up, boys?
It's 222 Turp. Yup, this is Two Turp Podcast. It's your boy Donovan, aka Mr. You Knew What It Was when you signed up.
Bro, I love those sirens. Pew, 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 pew. It sounds like the beginning of an NHL game or something, man. It's your boy Ryan Risky Fargo. Two Turped, we had it again. We got a very special guest with us today. Cannabis enthusiast, Cultivator Cup champion, and cultivator himself, Paul.
What's up, guys?
Hypo, let's go. How you been, man?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, you know. A lot of good things happening this week for me.
Fuck yeah, we've been hearing, man. We were talking a little bit before this. Sounds like you've been having a fantastic week.
Yeah. Just living the dream, man. Making it things happen.
Absolutely, as you can tell by this trophy here.
That's right.
Our man's been out here working and grinding, dude.
That's right. First place winner of let's see, Indica and Hybrid, right?
Well, this is New School Fusion took first place in the hybrid.
Right.
Oh, and the hybrid. And New School Fusion is your own creation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's something we want to dive into. I don't know if we want to do that straight off. I mean, we could.
Hey, we might as well.
Let's just do it then. So, New School Fusion.
Okay, New School Fusion is something I kind of created. It's actually Mr. Big Stuff crossed with Putrid Michigan. I know those names sound kind of weird for people, but Mr. Big Stuff is grown by bred by copycat genetics, and I pheno hunted and found a nice pheno of Mr. Big Stuff, which is Mac 1 crossed with Gary Payton.
Ooh, I've never heard of that strain at all, by the Mr. Big Stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Okay.
So I found a keeper, and then I said I was growing out Putrid Michigan, and I had a male that was just so frosty. Males don't usually frost up, so it started frosting up on me. The structure was great. She smelled really dirty, like putrid. It was like garbage. I'm like, this smells great. It's frost. I said, let's just throw these together, and I do the pollen down there. And Putrid Michigan is actually Cherry Valley crossed with Oreos. So dude, I smoked the female flower of those, so I knew she was fire. Mm-hmm. So when I found that male, like I can't let that go to waste.
No, and dude, both those strains sound impeccable. Oreo crossed with what was it?
Cherry Valley.
Wow.
And that is made by Doug Pug Genetics makes that strain.
Fantastic, dude.
So then I had 10 seeds I germinated. I had them sex tested, and I had 4 females. And out of the 4, New School Fusion number 4 is the one I kept. Okay. She had the best bud structure, the best smell. When I was growing her, I knew she was something special. Actually, when I got excited when I was growing, I'm like, oh my God, this is different.
You had that feeling.
This is different. I knew she was different, wow. And you know what? I grew her out a couple times, let people smoke her, and everyone gave me great feedback. So it took me to Columbia.
Took you to the Columbia Cultivator Cup winning.
Yeah,
dude, that's astounding. 2 crazy genetic strains. I've never heard of personally either of those strains, and then you came through, crossed them into one brand new, and took the win.
Now, I only germinated 10 seeds. I still got 100 or so left, so there's still going to be some surprises in that pack of seeds. And there is around maybe 15 lucky people that have New School Fusion seeds right now. So hoping other growers could find their pheno too. So
for sure, man. This is exciting, man. So we first heard of you from Monkey Nugs. And, you know, Monkey Nugs, to me, right now, he the ultimate top guy when it comes to this weed thing and when it comes to Two Turp. So far, he's had the best weed on. So when he said that you was the OG, I was like, ah, shit. You already know it's about to be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I met Monkey Nugs maybe a year or 2 ago, right before all the big, the legalization happened. And we traded some clones.
Nice.
And he was just a nice guy. One of the nicest guys, man. A good guy. He's knowledgeable. He does things different than me.
He cares about his product,
And I like that he does an organic. Mm-hmm. I grow synthetic, and I grow organic as well.
Okay, so I was going to ask you that too.
But Monkey Nugs was very inspiring. He's this great personality, very knowledgeable, really into the cannabis culture. And we hit it off, and we've been sharing genetics, and I grew some of his stuff. He's been growing some of mine, and we support each other. And I'm spreading the love throughout St. Louis and the surrounding areas, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. So if you could, for everybody who doesn't know, break down the synthetic grow.
Well, synthetic grow is your salt grows, like your bottled nutrients. I use a product called Floraflex at the moment. It says nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. And I use those 3 nutrients only, along with CalMag. And I use an organic product called Real Growers Recharge. And I use an organic product called Seabird Guano. So I do a mix of synthetic and organics in my grow.
That's awesome. So it's not full synthetics, not full organic. You got a nice little hybrid there too yourself.
I noticed once I started using the Seabird Guano, I was getting a little more terps. So I kept it with the program. And it seems to be working, so I'm just staying the flow.
So how long have you been cultivating for?
I started my first plant like in 96 or 97. I only grew one plant. I was given some real dank northern lights. And I found a seed in it. And I said, let's try this. And I was growing I lived in some trailer park in Fenton, Missouri, and I had this thing growing. I didn't know it was, because it was a Hermie most likely, so it was a feminized plant. So this thing was in my closet, and I was growing it with all these aquarium lights. I had a saltwater aquarium, so I had all these all these spectrum bulbs. So I had all these lights in this closet. This thing was all tied up in different ways, and it was really good for my first plant. And then after that, I started growing again maybe 5 years ago, constantly as a cycle.
So you took a little break in between there?
Yeah, it was just I stopped smoking for a while. I was raising some kids, and I was worried about my job, because they drug tested us, so I kind of had to quit for a while. Then when I got a little older, my kids got a little older, I said, fuck it.
Yeah, that's
my happiness is more important than, being worried about a job all the time, and it keeps me sane. And, cannabis does a lot of great things for people, and for me, it relaxes me because I'm 24/7, and it works for me.
Dude, sometimes that's what you need, that little break, just to realize how great it really is.
It's true. Yeah,
you really do.
Most definitely.
I smoked from time to time, but it was definitely. I grew up in the '90s, so it was the OG Kush times, the skunk times, the Mexican brickweed times. I don't know if you guys ever had Mexican brickweed, but
the middies.
It would. You smoke a whole.
That's all we smoke is mids. What are you talking?
You smoke a whole quarter of that, and.
Oh man,
no, I'm just kidding.
But I mean. You've been growing for so long, but that also gives a reason as to why, even though you said this was your first time entering a cup, right?
Yes.
Hey, even though you still won, it's still, the background in it, man. That's amazing, though.
I wasn't going to enter it, actually. My wife said, hey, do it. She's like, just go for it. And I'm like, you sure? Yeah. She's like, yeah. I'm like, you sure it's that good? She's like, yeah, enter it. I'm like, because I smoke it every day, so I can't tell the difference.
It's your baby. You don't.
Of course, I'm going to say it's great because it's mine, but I don't know. But that people started telling me, "Hey, man, you get something special here," and I have some good support, and luckily the judges liked it.
Yeah. Oh man, like I said, we had one of my buddies that was in there too, and he said he was really looking forward to hearing what you had to say because that shit he said was looking really good, sticky, and I'm excited. What you brought in today looks incredible, man.
Yeah. So, can you tell us a little bit about like what the cannabis event will be like?
Well, I went to this event had I said it was around 50 entries, maybe 45 to 50 entries, and it was just jar after jar of dank weed. I was like, oh my god, this is good weed. And then everyone's passing weed along, and everyone was just sharing their smoke at this event. So I tasted so much good smoke. I was like, there's no way. I mean, I'll be happy to be even in the placing. There's so much high quality and. If anyone hasn't got a chance to go to like a little small cup, it's a great time to meet people. Great time to smoke different products because everyone's very happy and sharing things and
sharing's caring, especially at these events, man. The cannabis culture out here is just so giving.
It was crappy weather, and I think it turned a lot of people off, but they still had a good turnout, and they're going to do it again next year, and I think they're doing another one in July. So
was that event on 420?
Yes, it was 420.
Nice. Yeah, we had that event too when it snowed on 420. So
crazy.
Was that event outside or was it in like a facility?
Yeah, it was outside and it was cold. So.
Oh shit. Hey.
Monday was fine. It was a 2-day event. Monday was a good time, but 420 was the big day. So.
Right. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do out there.
I think they had a good turnout. They were happy, and there was they had the cannabis cup, they had the concentrates. They had the edibles, so they had different categories. So it just wasn't just flower.
Damn. Okay, so do you plant? So right now, do you just do flower? Is that what you do?
I'm a flower guy. Yes.
You're a flower guy. You don't dabble into the extracts at all, or?
I'll smoke some hash if I make some bubble hash here and there, but I'm 99.9% flower.
Yeah, good for you. Do you plan to go into extraction at all?
No.
Good. Master your craft here. That's what's up.
For me, concentrates is 0 to 100 in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I like to take it slow. I like to relax. I like to medicate myself properly.
I got you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The whole ritual.
It's not for everybody. You know, everybody. Some people like to get there right away. I kind of like to chill. I like the aspect of smoking a pipe.
Yes.
I like smoking the joints.
Yep.
The classic peace
Yeah.
pipe. You know, it is what it says it is, a peace pipe.
I mean, I growing up smoking weed out of cans. You know what I'm saying? You know, Coca-Cola cans and
God.
making toilet paper rolls, bowls, and making pipes and
The foilies. all
foilies, and you're just doing everything you can when you're younger. So
That's what I was going to ask. We always ask this question. What's the craziest thing you ever smoked out of?
oh man, a snow bong.
Snowball?
Yeah, I think that was kind of cool.
Like
that
the-
is lit.
Done that once. A guy made a bong out of snow, and we smoked it outside.
Like complete
Just filled-
snow?
Snow, yeah. And it
Oh,
just had like
wow.
a little piece, and it was kind of cool.
That's hard.
But yeah, when you're young, you'll make a pipe out of anything.
Yeah.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot of cans, and
If there's a will, there's a way.
we'll smoke it out of a socket.
Yeah, dude. Literally.
A tool set, whatever you could find laying around the house,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Do you remember your first time smoking?
Yeah, it was when I was going into freshman year, high school.
Okay.
Guys at the park, I saw it at my 8th grade graduation party. Some guys had some weed, and I was kind of scared of it. It looked like a little brown, kind of like, oh my god, that's drugs. That's
Yep.
bad, right? Then I see them all laughing and having a good time in the corner. I'm like, oh, okay. So then maybe a month later, so everyone's hanging in the park, and hey, they're like, you want to get high? I'm like, yeah, you guys look like you're having fun. So, so they made it out of a toilet paper roll. And they had like the tin foil, and we smoked it, and we laughed. Had a great time, and I was hooked ever since.
Yes, dude.
You know, I never seen an ill effect from it, and
That is the best way. Oh
That
my
is awesome.
gosh, the foily, dude. That story's awesome. It brings back flashbacks. Just the old paper towel too, man. That was the shit.
but I won't do that now. I'm kind of a snob now.
No,
It's like I gotta have a clean glass piece or a nice fresh.
And dude, smoking out of stuff like that's so bad for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that shit we didn't know. You know, we didn't know that shit.
That's a fact.
Growing experience.
Man, see, yeah, I didn't start smoking until like my early 20s. So I kind of missed out on all the like trying to do the wild shit, like the young wild shit when it comes to weed. So I had to kind of hit my mind right when I started.
His brain's intact. He's smart. He's smart, man.
I told you that don't
Yeah.
count though. I started drinking early, so you know I fucked it up on that end.
That's cool.
Sometimes cannabis gets a bad reputation, but you don't even know how many businessmen and really successful people that are making millions and they smoke pot daily.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of my friends, they smoke weed and they're making 150 grand a year.
Yup.
They have businesses and they're hustling and they smoke and it keeps them insane.
Yup.
Keeps them sane. Sorry.
Keeps him insane. Keeps him going crazy.
Here's a good
I grew up around it and all that, but I don't know. For some reason, I just never really did it until I got older. It was like shit until I started. A girl got me onto it. You know how that.
Oh
goes.
my
always-
gosh,
Yeah, you already know how it
dude.
goes. You know
Y'all
how
had
it
the
goes.
same similar story
Yeah,
there.
it's always the checks to get you back
Hey,
on.
man.
So like I said, I quit for a long time, man, and like I said, I was trying to be a dad and going to the soccer games and the basketball games and trying to fit into society because you got looked down sometimes to smoke pot and
Yeah.
but then I got single after my divorce and one of my friends first thing she said, you want to get high? And I was like, hell yeah. It's been on ever since again. So
You're like, let's bring it back.
I definitely appreciate her sharing her weed with me and been on ever since and the weed was so good back then. I mean, from now the weed is so much better than it was when I was younger growing up. So
Oh man, it's incredible.
and when I started smoking again, Blue Dream was the big thing.
Okay, yeah.
The classic.
We're getting some Blue Dream. I was all excited. Now I'm like, Blue Dream? Yeah.
Yeah, like basic.
It's like I was smoking because it does taste great. It has a good high. But I prefer now the real candy tasting weed,
like the cereal smelling stuff.
cereal
like that.
stuff.
Yes.
I like stuff that I could take a couple hits here and be cool, or smoke a whole joint and lay down. So
So I want to jump back into the grow. I know we were asking some questions about that. I wanted to ask, but when you're using all those, the organic and synthetic materials, is there any that you just started using that you just will not grow without?
I grow with this recharge I've been using. This Real
Okay.
Growers Recharge. It's a microbe.
Okay.
And it feeds the microbes. It is a microbe. So there's molasses in there. There's all kinds of good things for the plants. And ever since I've been using the recharge, I've always had very good grows. So it's one of those things like, hey, it's working. I'm going to stick with it. It's benefiting the plants. My buds have always been a little bigger. They've been a little tastier. Mm-hmm. But the main thing I found out with growing is it's light.
Yeah.
And light and good environment. If you're growing in a crappy environment, you're gonna have a hard time growing good weed. So environment is the key for growing.
What would you suggest is a good environment?
I like to keep my room at around 50% humidity and around 75 to 82 degrees.
Okay.
But I don't like to see more than a 10-degree drop in temperature at night when my lights are off.
Okay.
So if you have to heat it or cool it to keep it for your temperature doesn't fluctuate that much, because once you get large fluctuations of temperatures and humidity, you're bringing in disease. You're opening up the windows for disease.
Oh, okay.
And
so I was wondering why that is. Okay.
And everyone in St. Louis who grows is going to get powdery mildew sometime if you're taking in people's plants. So powdery mildew is very hard to control. Okay. So the number one rule in my garden is we don't want powdery mildew. So we're going to try to keep those temperatures locked down. We are going to make sure we are not doing anything stupid to bring powdery mildew into the garden, like people who pass clones and cuts around. You have to quarantine that stuff. Your best friend gives you a clone. Do not put it right into your tent. Quarantine it somewhere else for a couple of days.
Act like it got COVID.
Yeah, you have to. Because if you get powdery mildew, it's hard to fight.
Okay.
You could fight it and you could battle it, but your quality, your bud is going to go down that round. You're going to have to bud wash, which is kind of weird. You actually wash your weed.
How do you do that? So what is bud washing?
So you basically have 3 totes of water.
Okay.
I use like a 50-gallon totes. I'll have 1 tote with hydrogen peroxide and water, 1 tote with baking soda and water, and 1 tote with just plain water. And it's basically throwing that weed in that bucket.
Like the whole plant?
Oh, yeah, the whole. After you cut it down, you harvest
Yeah.
it. You're washing it in each bucket, and you dry it. And that does kill a lot of the powdery mildew spores off it.
I've heard about that
It
before.
makes
Nice.
it
I
makes it
didn't know that.
smokable, but when you wash, you're going to lose a lot of your terps. You're going to lose some flavor, so you save the harvest, but you do lose a little bit of quality.
I got you.
That give and take, yeah. It's like
So
you'll get it,
if you
but
have
it may
to-
not
if
be
you
as
have
good as
to-
it was.
If you have powdery mildew, definitely bud wash, but you do need to spray for powdery mildew as well. I use a couple of products. One I use is Lost Coast Plant Therapy, which gives okay results. But I also use a product called Banish in Flower, and you can spray this daily in flower, but you do have to bud wash when you use this.
Okay.
And you'll save your harvest, and it does control it. It ain't gonna get rid of it, but after you harvest everything, you gotta clean your tents with bleach. You got to clean everything. I actually burn sulfur in my tents. I take my tents outside, I burn sulfur, and that kills everything.
No shit.
That is. Hey.
So you have to, knock on wood, I haven't had it for a while, but we're getting into being in powder mildew season right now, so.
Oh yeah, should be good though. So I didn't know that. There's a couple tricks to keep the powder and mildew away.
Yeah, that too is when you're in vegetation, I'd recommend somebody spraying your plant with wettable sulfur. That is a big deterrent for powdery mildew. If you do that twice or so in veg before you put in the flower, it should give you some protection throughout your flowering cycle.
Oh, cool.
Because if you understand, growing flowering cycles are around 8 to 10 weeks usually, depending on the strain.
Okay.
Sometimes longer if you got a sativa.
See, and that's what I like to learn about the sativas. That's my favorite personally.
If you want those good sativas, man, they really take a long time to flower. You have to be really committed. There's sativas out there that go 12, 14 weeks.
Okay.
Even like GMO. Have you guys smoked GMO before?
Yeah.
That's like a 12-week or 2, so you have to be very patient.
I love the terpenes on the GMO.
Well, she's fire, but I don't have the patience to grow her.
Yeah, I
It
understand.
takes
I didn't
a long
know.
time, you know.
I didn't know.
If it's worth it though, if you grow that good shit it's worth
You
it.
put one sativa aside. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
I'll grow one time. She's been offered to me the cut, so it's around St. Louis, and I'll get it eventually. I'll grow it out one day. It just hasn't been on my list to really grow right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, when you get that out though, you definitely got to come back on. You got to try that one.
Yeah, whenever you have another one of these for the proof for it. So
We'll try again. You know, I like to enter something maybe a little bit bigger next time. You know, We'll see. I'll keep on growing New School Fusion out. I'm doing some crosses with her right now. I'm trying to make some feminized seeds, so hopefully that works. If that works, we'll have like 5 different strains crossed with New School Fusion, and
Oh,
I'll
wow.
grow those out. So
it's new after noob.
yeah, so I'm if you know what a feminized seed is, right? You understand what that?
Yeah, it's where you have to check if it's male or female, correct? And
Well, yeah. Well, you could make seeds that are just female only.
What's the process of that?
So it's a clotted, it's an STS spray. It's silver sulfate. I can't pronounce the name. It's STS spray mixed with some hormones, and you spray this on the plant when it's starting to flower. Some is every day, some is weekly. What I'm using every 4 days, I'm spraying it. And what it does, it takes this female plant, and it basically turns it into a male plant.
Oh my God!
So now you have
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh, well. This man out here performing plant sex changes, y'all.
yeah, it's very popular. It's the big thing right now in the last 10 years in cannabis.
My dog got some trans weed. That's hard.
Talk about
Progressive as
diversity.
fuck. That's progressive.
So now you got a female plant. Now you reversed it to turn male, and it has pollen. That pollen has no male chromosomes. So you put that pollen on another female plant, and your 99% chance you'll get female seeds.
Yo.
This is a nature hack.
So it's a hack.
Wow.
And for example, if I was to reverse the new school fusion like I'm doing, there's a good chance that the plant will be exactly like the mother plant. There's going to be some variance. You're going to get better. You're going to get worse, and you're going to get some just like it. So there's going to be some variance. So when you might see S1 on seed packs. Mm-hmm. So S1 is a reverse, it's selfed. So and those are going to be pretty much just like the mother, or very similar, But that's the goal, and we're going to throw that new school fusion on actually the Air Force One. We're throwing a new school fusion on actually the Platinum Kush Breath, times the unicorn poop. We're also going to throw it on this plant called the Future my buddy gave me.
Dude, keep getting these cups and you'll be riding on Air Force One, baby.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. I'm sick of working hard.
Hey, ain't that all of us? Hey, that's all of us out here, man.
I've been working my ass off for 26 years, the same place, 11-hour days. So I'm about to.
Hard work pays off, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on going with this and see what happens. That's the goal. Maybe run a facility, grow for somebody, learn. I'm here to learn and.
Awesome, bro.
So
you've been growing for a while. Out of all, I know those strains are phenomenal, man. All those you just harvested. Are there any out of your past that has been your complete favorite? Any strains that you just like? That's mine. That's my favorite to grow. That's my favorite to smoke.
There's been a couple I lost and got back. I just got this strawberry banana cream back, and she's like strawberry candy. Ooh. So I had it and I gave it to someone and I lost it because my clone died on me. I did something stupid. Sometimes you make mistakes. Everyone's not perfect.
It happens.
I make mistakes sometimes. I lost this cut, so I got her back, and she's growing right now. She's like 6 inches tall, so I'm hoping I grow her out again and see if she's still the same as I thought she was like a year ago.
Nice, dude. That's exciting.
But yeah, I'm always trying to improve. Something new all the time. I try to grow some hype strains. What's popular. People want the runs. They want the wedding cake. Mm-hmm. I grew a Sunday driver across a wedding cake. I made a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and she's the frostiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
But she did not smoke that well. So I don't know if it was just the cure or the taste. Some plants just don't smoke well, or they can look real pretty, but
they're also different.
Yeah, they're also different. So I don't think people realize when you get a pack of seeds, each seed's different. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna find different phenos. You're gonna have some that are similar, but as breeders, I want people to find. That's why I'm S1ing the new school fusion. I want people to find that pheno. I want them to get that product right there.
Yep.
So, or maybe something better. I hope they don't get something worse. So that's the goal. I want people to be like, smoke's good. It's relaxing and.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you say we
spark it up?
I was gonna say let's start a review on one of these bad boys if you want.
For sure.
Yeah, if you don't like it, let me know, man. If you like it, let me know. I'll take criticism.
That's what we're here for.
No, we all good. So, all right, let's go over this Richter scale real quick. So, we start with presentation, look, smell, taste, and then you got the smooth/harshness, and we do that from a scale of 1 to 5. All right, so what you want us to start out with? I'll let you pick.
Let's go with the winner. Let's go with the new school fusion.
All right,
yes.
Let's go.
This is great. You want to hold up the cup real quick for the video? Just hold it up like your championship real quick.
Yeah, I'm very proud of this.
Look at that.
Yes.
That is so sick. 2021 Cultivator Cup, first place, best flower, Mid-Mo Canna Expo. Damn. Columbia,
I really
Missouri,
appreciate Mid-Mo Canna Expo for throwing the event. They did a great job. And
I love that trophy too. Bro.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Hey, as soon as we looked at the fun box,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. We knew what it was when we signed up. That's basically it right here.
Just lofts over.
So, all right. So for presentation, we're gonna give you a pass on that. That's usually what we give like dispensaries and whatnot for like their displays and the cases that comes in it. So we're going to go ahead and slide off on that.
We got the fresh off the plant.
That's time. Right. So we're gonna go with the looks first.
Yeah, she's been curing. I think I harvest her in February.
Okay.
Beginning of February, so she's around a 2-month cure.
First, we're gonna start off with the nug. This is part of it because we had to start it with this, but we always give a major props for the big nugs. People be coming in here with them little small joints, but he came with the big nug. I love that.
That's true. Good catch, dude. Yeah.
Go big or go home, man. You know.
That's right. Hey, man, this thing is looking frosty. You got the nice orange hairs on it. I'm telling you, man, it's looking nice for me. So I'm gonna give it a 5 on the looks personally. This, like I said, he came in quality, nice.
And this is the NSF, right?
Yeah.
New School Fuse.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a beautiful flower. Dense. Like the hairs are just poking out of there, dude. Like they want to breathe.
Yeah, man.
Frosty. Oh man, that looks so good. Look on that inside too. It's just so frosty on those leaves.
I'll tell you a trick if we get a good dense buds. Quantum board LEDs.
What?
Quantum board LEDs. That's I've been growing only quantum boards, and my buds have been next level since I jumped to quantum boards. So if you're growing with those cheap Mars Hydro lights, the $50 ones that look purple, man, spend the money and upgrade because you will see a big difference once you jump to a quantum board.
So are you an LED guy?
I'm LEDs all the way.
No shit.
Yeah.
LED is the way to go now, it seems like.
That's what I'm seeing. Like I saw that Canna Insider that we were talking about, we listening to. I know they were talking about that a lot.
They were, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It works for me because I'm a tent grower, so people grow in big rooms and heat is an issue. So with LEDs are low heat, so you could grow them in tents.
Got you.
Dude, on the presentation, I'm going to give it a 5. You know, this shit is absolutely beautiful. So live, you know.
Yeah. Trim them up nice. You want to make them look good, trim them up nice.
For sure.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
present
really
that product to your friends or your family or your...
And it smells so
or your med patients.
Yeah.
Go ahead and while it's over there, go ahead and pass check out the smell on it too.
Yeah, that's man. Yeah. You just break it open, get that fresh scent.
So let me tell you a little story about the New School Fusion, how the name came about.
Oh, please do.
So this is something that was kind of in the 90s. I'm part of the rave techno underground culture.
DJ Hypno.
And there was a Hypo.
Oh, Hypo. Hypno. He'll hypnotize you with his beats, though.
So there was this DJ from St. Louis named Terry Mullen, and he had this tape called New School Fusion, and it blew up in the underground scene throughout the whole country. And if you ever heard the band Daft Punk?
Hell yeah.
Daft Punk, one of their first tracks that Daft Punk ever put out was on that mixtape. It was called The Funk.
Oh, wow.
It's an old classic. You won't. It's not pop. It's underground cult classic. You know, but that New School Fusion took over the underground scene, and this is basically a mix of New School Fusion, New School genetics I use. So the goal was maybe it would hit the underground scene and spread out. So it's a lot of my creations are inspired by music. You know.
Yeah,
that's great.
Hey, hold on. Drop a bomb on that shit. As a matter of fact, send some shots to the rest of y'all. Step y'all game up, man. Get on this New School Fusion.
Bro, that is so cool. It's like you started in the streets one way, DJing with the New School Fusion. Now you're about to bring it back a whole new way. You're showing the love.
Rebrand. That's hard.
And I'm gonna give this smell a 5 too, because I don't know about you, but this smells like a Laffy Taffy, or I don't know. It reminds me of like one of those blue Laffy Taffies.
It smells different for everyone, so it's great. Everyone has their own opinion on it. Everyone has their own taste. So
that's what makes weed so great too.
Yeah.
It's different to every person.
It's definitely got a sweet type smell to it. It's definitely got that fruit. You can smell that fruit.
That's so cool though. One of Daft Punk's first songs was on there.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Small world, you know.
Yeah, that heat. Show.
Check it out. It's called The Funk, and that's actually another straight I made is called The Funk.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have that with me right now, but that's the sister straight of New School Fusion called The Funk. So
The Funk. I like that.
New School Fusion didn't take many seeds. I was very limited on seeds I created. So The Funk, I had tons of seeds. So I think I made 50 packs of those. So I got rid of 50 packs or so of that. So there's around 50 growers in the area have Defunk, and now Defunk is mimosa crossed with Skittles, then crossed with Future Michigan. And she's really stinky.
Damn.
She's really fruity too.
You got the 3-way death cross, man. That sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, that Putrid really did something for these plants, so I'm really happy I chose that male.
What are you gonna give it for the smell there, Don?
I'm giving it a 5, yo.
Yeah.
The smells is crazy, yo.
You can definitely see, oh man, you can definitely see why it won the cup so far, but we're gonna definitely find out on the smoke.
Like real talk,
that's when the real test is.
That don't even smell like weed. Like, that's fire.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No problem. Like, straight up, that don't even smell like weed. That's how fire that is.
That's the goal, man. Make it smell tasty, let it taste good, and get you a nice buzz.
That's right. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get it off with
Fire
the taste
up.
right here, yo. So, 5 so far, y'all. Trying to keep note.
Yep, 2-5 so far. So while we light this up, where did most of your knowledge come from? Were you more street taught? Did you go to some classes? Were you a YouTuber?
I mean, YouTube a lot of podcasts. One of the main guys I followed since the beginning was MedGrow1, if you ever heard him from YouTube. Big channel, I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Vader OG, is Ocean Grown. He had himself
Nice.
He had himself a YouTube channels, and before YouTube really shut everybody down, when I was like 18, 19, my buddy Dan, his brother, he lives in Humboldt County, California.
Oh, wow.
And he used to mail us these buds from Eureka, California, with messages. Hey guys, this ain't Chicago weed. This is your straight up, Humboldt County kind bud. He was instructions how to smoke it. Take one hit, then take another hit, because it was so potent back then. So I've always had in my head, good weed comes from Humboldt County.
That is so
when I started growing, I started Googling, and I came across this company called CSI Humboldt. And I started listening to his podcast, and I found out this guy's one of the original OGs. This family's been growing for like 30, 40 years. He has all the old school strains, so I started buying his stuff and watching his podcast, and and that's part of the Air Force One family where that comes from too. So we can talk about that when we smoke that.
Yo. All right. So, I'll pass this over real quick.
You can go ahead and
Okay. All right. So,
I'll get it last.
this that shit that make you go, this is crazy, yo. Rarely do you ever get something that smells, that tastes just like it smells, yo. Right there.
Oh, cool.
My
I was
bad,
just
yo.
wondering that too. Good looking.
Yeah, I was kind of embarrassed because I was at the Cannabis Cup, and all I had was bottom nugs. Because I was saving this last nug here. Well, I saved 2 nugs, one for the competition, one to smoke with you guys, actually.
Man,
I wasn't going to come to a podcast and bring you bottom buds. So
He already knew. We got complimented right away.
I knew we were going to talk anyways, so I'm like, whatever, I'm not going to bring bottom buds. So I was smoking everyone out. I'm like, I'm kind of sorry. It's kind of this is the worst quality on new school you're getting, but when you smoke the good stuff, the top buds, it's definitely a treat.
It definitely, and it's not like it really matters too much on if it's top or bottom, but I can tell by Donovan's face, this shit ain't no joke.
I'm a little concerned by like how it was so smooth and shit, and it's just kind of like, yo,
So this one tested at 30% THC.
bro.
So to test high and still taste good is a good thing.
30%. It's a good thing. Well, yes, it's a good thing. Holy shit, 30%. This is probably the strongest bud we've had on here.
Try that, please. Try it, please.
I'm just sitting here looking at it.
Watch Ryan ain't gonna like it.
Oh man! Now hold on. What the fuck am I smoking?
I told you, man.
In the new school, it's
That tastes like, yo.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
That tastes like a fucking vape, bro. Like, we're not smoking a King Palm right now. We're smoking out of a cartridge. Like, that's what that shit tastes
I was
like.
gonna say, for a King Palm, you can usually taste the leaf. There ain't no leaf. Like, you just taste the fruity. Oh, baby. How's it down? Oh.
yeah. I'll take another hit.
Yeah.
All right, so.
First high today, it's always the best high.
Amen.
Hell yeah,
That
man.
really is the truth there. I love that first smoke of the day. It all just, bam, hits your endocannabinoid receptors.
It's been a long day, It's kind of looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to smoking with you guys, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on, man. That's awesome.
Excuse me.
So who inspired you to start growing? Was there anyone particular, or did you just say, this is what I wanted to do?
Man, when I met my wife, we were both smoking a lot. And we're spending a lot of money. So she said, dude, you've been doing plants your whole life. Why aren't you growing? You could do this. I said, hell yeah, let's go for it. So we started small, small little tent and, 1 or 2 plants. And
Shout out to wifey.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's been my biggest supporter.
That's awesome, yeah.
But I started out with some autoflowers. I grew 2 autoflowers, and I had a bag seed of some cookies. Ooh. So I grew, those were my first 3 plants I grown, like, I would say as a grower, with the lights and the tent and everything. And the autoflowers were called Candy Cane Kush. It was from Crop King Seeds. I would not recommend getting them.
Oh, really? Why is that?
It smoked all right. It's just not. If you grow autoflowers back when I started autoflowers, they weren't really potent. You really had no control of the plants. They grew a certain height and they flower and that's it. And I think I got like an ounce off each plant.
Isn't autoflowering still like that for the most part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some really high-end autoflowers now.
Okay.
They have definitely some breeders and stuff up their game. It's just not for me. I like to grow a plant a certain size, then flower it. With the autoflowers, it just does what it wants to do. You really have no control. I've seen autoflowers that are 6 inches tall. I've seen some that grow 3 feet, 4 feet tall. You don't know what you're going to get. At least with a regular plant, you could predict it and you could train it.
And you can put your own personality in there.
You could train it how
That's
you want it to grow.
So all right. So what we did the look and smell.
Yeah. So
right, taste wise, man. Wow.
I'm giving it another 5, yo. Like I said.
Thank you, man.
Man, it's not like he bribed us before this either.
No. No.
He's getting another 5 for me too because honestly, out of all the ones we reviewed, we've been smoking King Palms probably the whole time. That was probably the most tasteful, most terpy weed we smoked, in my opinion.
That was up there with.
I didn't get Monkey Nug stuff.
Yeah,
though.
that was
I was
up
gonna
there.
say I
Like,
didn't try his. So
yeah, I don't knock Nucky Mug stuff. He's got some good stuff, man. There's so many, like I said, there's so many great growers out here, man.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 on that. And then the harshness smooth, bro. I think that was really smooth.
5
on
the smooth.
Damn, New School Fusion running it up with the 5s, man.
That's the highest we've given anything so far in 2-terp history.
That's a fact, and I
That's
think
our first 5 across the board, yo.
wow. I think it makes sense why I got that little cup right there.
Yeah, she's like I said, she was something special. That's why everyone said enter her. She's gonna do well. And so I ran into a guy who's a part of a clone trader. So I smoked it out with him and
A clone trader.
A clone trader.
Sounds like something about Star Wars.
This guy's been growing for around 20 years or so and doing his thing. He knows a lot of connections. He's so I got him the New School Fusion and he liked it so much he's passing it to all these elite growers throughout the U.S. and Canada. So as we're speaking, this guy's cloning it and sending cuts all over the country right now. So
That's amazing.
So I'm hoping that people will enjoy it, just like people in St. Louis have been. So
I know you're gonna patent this.
you can't. Most likely somebody will steal my strain. I mean, I have no control of it. Once you let the cutting out, but if I don't let it out, no one's going to enjoy it.
That's what I was wondering when you said you were just giving it out.
Yeah.
But you're for the people.
You know, if you want people to smoke your weed, you got to give it out. I mean, people say, I got this crazy cut, I want $1,000 for it, and I'm not all about that. Yeah, I wish if I could sell for $1,000, it'd be great, but I think there's people out there that I like to see people get good weed at a cheap price.
Me too, man. Drop a bomb on that real quick. That's how it should be, bro.
No, seriously though, this is what 2-terp is all about. Having people that are really passionate about cannabis, local, right now local, and honestly, I always really want to support local, and this is why. Because look at this. Look what he's giving. Look what quality he's just passing out, yo, just off the love, man. That's
I usually ask, for a donation, honestly, for a clone like something like this, and I usually be like, hey, $20. And that's just because if you give somebody for free, they'll put it in the back of their corner of the room, but you save in $20 a clone, and they pay for it. They invested something in this, and
if you don't pay for it, you don't want it.
yeah.
That's right.
So I look at that theory, and I kind of let them smoke it before I give them a clone, so it's decent, and I appreciate that people liking it, and
no, this
it's
is
special to me, and I don't know if I'll ever stop growing it. I mean, she's an amazing plant to grow. If when you grow, you find out some plants are easier to grow than others, and she clones well, she yields well. She has a lot of the. She's a breeder cut for sure. Like you would call this a breeder cut. And I think people have told me now that it's worthy of being called a breeder cut.
Most definitely, man. Wow. I want to thank you again for even coming on. I know we're not done yet, but hey, man, just how amazing this high is right now, man. Like,
Bro, perfect.
And another breeder here in St. Louis, Tree 14.
yes.
He's a very popular guy. He's really high quality stuff. I look up to the guy. I wish I could grow and make seeds at the level he's doing.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of operation. I'm a small craft cannabis guy, hobby grower. I follow all my rules on my growing, and I don't go over my limits. It's kind of one of those things. If you're gonna do illegal, be 100% legal. So I'm trying to do as legal as I can, and limitations of me what I could do.
For now,
yes.
For now.
So, but Tree 14, he offered New School Fusion. He wants to cross it with something, and we'll make a combo pack. So
that is dope.
that's probably the best thing that came out of this whole Cannabis Cup is to see somebody I appreciate his work, wanted to say, hey, man, I want to work with you, make a cross. So
Exactly.
I really thank you. I
collab,
thank
man.
the St. Louis community for
awesome.
supporting me. Everyone's been super cool about it, and I'd like to get the cut out to more people here soon.
Most definitely. Hey, shout out Tree 14. We gotta get y'all on.
We're coming for you.
Yes, for sure.
Dude, he'll drop so much knowledge, you guys will you spin your head. I mean,
What does he say?
just listen to the guy talk is just amazing, about the stuff. He knows the stuff.
So has this been the first Cultivators Cup?
There's been a couple other cups. I don't know how big they were.
Okay.
I think this is the first one in like mid-Missouri kind of, and it opened up to everybody.
Because Columbia is, Mizzou. That's
Yeah.
a big area. That's why that's a nice town to have it in too.
I don't know how big the other cups were, but they had a very good turnout in this cup for.
Wow.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't like.
So this
it
was the
wasn't-
first one you've ever entered.
Yes,
and
and
won.
entered, and won.
Wow. Good for you, bro. I can only imagine what the other ones are gonna bring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm hoping that just keeps some momentum going.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I wanted to ask you earlier. So you've been in the cannabis culture for a long time now. So how do you feel about the recent transitions of it becoming legal and all that? Like, how do you feel about the whole transition? Good, bad,
I think
ugly?
it's great. I mean, I've always been pro cannabis since I've been 14 years old. So
Okay.
I'm definitely looking. I like the way it's moving with the medical patients. And for me, I'm a med patient, but
Okay.
I don't have pain. I have anxiety,
Gotcha.
ADD, so it helps calm me down, puts me at that level, helps me sleep at night. But now to see what cannabis has been doing for medical patients, like I have a friend I talked to yesterday, and dude broke his back.
Okay.
Major back surgeries. Dude's in pain. They had him on an 8 Oxycontin today. So that hillbilly heroin, and he was
Hillbilly.
addicted. That stuff to relieve his pain. But he found cannabis, and to see him. No, I looked this guy in the eye and like, hey, what does cannabis really help you out? And he's like, dude, I went from taking 8 pills a day to only taking 1 pill a day as needed. I've been smoking cannabis.
That's incredible.
So it's incredible, and I told him, starting in June, I'm gonna become his patient. He's gonna become my patient.
Yeah.
I'll be his caregiver. Then. So
That's awesome.
I told him I'll grow him some weed. I told him I'll help him out because he's paying $350 at the dispensary.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like to see a patient pay that kind of money. These people he has no job.
Exactly.
He has no job. His wife's working, and she has to put at least $350 a month. That's a minimum wage just for him to have medicine help him out.
And that, and it sucks because that dispensary stuff, isn't grown with love, and it isn't made nearly as much care as
Well, I'm able
yourself
to.
or anyone else's.
I'll be able to consult them, and we'll try different strains. Hey, which worked the best for you? And be like, yeah, I like this one. He likes the Air Force One, so that's the one we're probably going to do for him. He said that helped him out instantly. So when you're ready to spark her up,
I was gonna
spark
say,
her
we
up.
I was
should
going to say, let's go ahead. Now that
And,
you mention it.
So, is there any strains? You said you use it for anxiety mostly. Is there any strains that you've seen help your anxiety more than others?
I noticed if I smoke hybrids,
Hybrids?
they're a lot better for my body.
Perfect.
Indicas Air Force One it's an indica. If I smoke too much of it will put me out to sleep and relax me. But it's definitely you can feel it in your shoulders right away. It's definitely a different high than the new school is. The new school I can smoke all day.
See, that's how I am with indicas. If I hit the indicas, it's night most of the time. If there's a hybrid, I can usually last it, but if not, usually it's just bye-bye. Yeah. I love sativas too, but you just got to be in the right mood. Some of them make your head run more than others.
See, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I kind of, because if you channel it right,
Ye-
I don't know. I love it. I love that. I love being in my head like that.
Sativa's great if you're out at working in the yard,
Yeah,
keeping busy. I
Yeah.
enjoy 'em.
Editing some stuff, whatever.
I do a lot of delivering during the day, so it keeps me just being able to focus and just go.
Nice.
Helps me be active. The indica's more like, when I'm ready to sleep, chill.
Yes.
Yeah.
That night.
Yup.
So we got the AF1.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go off a look first, and on this look, this one looking frosty. Well, so okay, when I chopped it up earlier, right now you can see all the frost. When you open it up, the perps, man.
Ew.
This shit was looking like a straight flower. It was crazy. It was looking like straight purple petals, yo.
Purple petals. Purple flower petals.
No lie. We gonna have to put something on the Instagram with this one, man.
She's a pretty flower, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
This legit looks like a frozen flower right now.
Freeze dry, whatever you want. Dude, that's crazy. So that new school looks great. Don't get me wrong, but when you bring that purple in like that, it just something hits you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I kind of think that too. And new school special, but that thing is amazing. Just the way it grew. That's why I'm actually trying to cross these two together.
Wow.
So maybe I get some of that perp into that new school. Because people like pretty weed,
Yes.
It's a thing now that it ain't just grown for the high; it's grown for looks now.
Exactly.
You want that pretty Instagram pic. That's what sells seeds. That's what sells, things for you.
Yeah.
Amen.
Man, ooh.
So we can't sell the plant. We can't sell the plants. So we can sell the seeds legally. So that's what you have to do these days. So they won't let us sell the plants. They won't let you sell the dispensaries. So the medicines for yourself. Make the seeds. Get the high quality seeds out to patients that need them.
Yes. See, I'm glad that you brought up Instagram. That is gram worthy.
This?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 5 as well, and just wow. It smells like I said earlier, a bag of Welch's fruit snacks. Just want to eat it.
It does. That's Obama. It has Air Force One is
Pass it down. If you
Trump
want.
times Obama.
Okay.
And then it's crossed back to Obama.
Beautiful.
So it's actually Air Force One crossed with Obama Kush, and it's bred by Founding Father Genetics. So I'll give them a plug too,
Nice.
those guys. I mean,
What a
without them, I
irony.
wouldn't have, the plants. So I think they're actually running a sale on this plant right now, $60 for 5-6 seeds of feminized seeds. It's a killer deal, dude.
They have any JFK? Just kidding. Yo.
So
I like
they're
this
known for their Obama Kush, and when it's crossed to that Air Force One, it just. Whew, I saw some pictures of that. I had to buy those seeds.
I like the smell on this, but it's not as good as the new school fusion. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 on the smell.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Zoop.
I love the smell of it though.
See, I really like the smell of this one. See, I like the smell of this one a little more than the new school, personally.
Yeah, sometimes I do too. It depends.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
2 5s. 2 different smells for sure. But this one, I don't know. I like this one. I feel like this one, if it tastes like it smells, I'll be in heaven.
Yeah, I can see
It's so sticky too.
Whatever you want to do with it. All right, let's go.
It's that sticky icky.
About to give it that. Y'all hear that? That's that. It's that lighter right there.
The Lil
Give
Wayne
it the
mixtape
taste.
beginning.
Lil Wayne.
Yes, baby. Air Force One. Round 2 going down.
I like that.
So what the plan is next is Air Force One crossed with the new school fusion, right? And if I could find something I like out of those seeds, I kind of want to call it country grammar, kind of like a St. Louis saying country grammar.
Yo, shout out Nelly.
Like a Nelly
Yeah.
song. Then it's grown in the country.
Dude, that would be super sweet.
So that's the plan. But that plant, that's probably the next project.
That cross would go crazy.
You never know though. It could come out.
It could.
It's
Hit or miss.
hit or miss, but it usually puts two good things together. You have something bound to happen that's gonna be fantastic.
I like this.
Dude, that is so cool, man. That's awesome, bro. First cup you entered, you took home the win. That ought to do something for you, though. How does that make you feel? Make you feel good? Make you feel like...
I feel like the hard work has paid off.
Yeah.
That I'm at the right level like I want to be. Like I said, I smoke my weed all the time, so I can't really tell what's good or not. I smoke other guys' weed. I'm like, damn, it's good because I smoke so loud.
Yeah.
This dude had his funfetti cake.
Ooh, funfetti cake.
And I forget his name. I'm sorry. The guy's from St. Peters, Missouri.
Oh, that's where I stay. I stay out there.
Yeah, he's down in that area. I think he told me, he had his funfetti cake, which is amazing. I was like, oh man, dude, that's a good cut. He didn't enter it though, but he was just there for the event, and that thing was something special that night.
Funfetti cake.
I smoked some peanut butter peanut butter. What do you call it?
Parfait.
Yeah, peanut butter parfait. Yeah.
Ooh.
I smoked some of that there from Tree 14. Amazing bud. He didn't enter that. That's amazing too. So there's so much high quality going on right now, guys.
And it's just the
It's
beginning
great.
of St. Louis. I think we're gonna have a big thing coming. You know, watching Oklahoma, I think they're gonna have to watch out because we're gonna come up.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
come up fast. All right, here we go.
So I'm gonna give a 4 or 5 on the taste, but on the yeah,
Yeah.
I like it, but like it's long with the taste though. Like I said, I fuck with that new school fusion heavy.
Yeah.
So I like this, but it's like that new school fusion though. Like that one got me like.
A little bit of harshness at the back end, I think. Like that's where I get the 4.5 out of 2. It's good, but it has a little bit. The flavor didn't come through all the way like the new school did. You know what I'm saying?
So like I was gonna say, I'd still give it a 5 on the smoothness.
So okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Has a different taste. Wow. I like the taste of this one too a lot. It's so crazy having those back to back because like they both have the different terpenes and you can definitely tell. I think I might have to go with another 5, bro.
Yeah.
I like the taste of this one. This is something I'd wind down with at the end of the night, so I'm glad we're doing this towards the end here.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, have this like a tasty little crap brew or something. You know what I'm saying?
She's good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
But both of them are extremely smooth.
Did you have
I say
what
them
that
both
one was?
5.
Oh, you 4.5?
No, so I give it a 4.5 on the taste, and I give it a 5 on the smoothness.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's still mad smooth.
Yeah, it's super smooth. I'm gonna give it 2.5. I'm gonna give this one a 5 on everything as well, bro. I appreciate that 100 before we started. No,
I appreciate it, man. You're just
That's
saying
good.
that when I give you the 100.
yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly. Nah, for real, this is some really good stuff.
Yes,
Quality
yes,
speaks for itself.
for sure.
Fantastic.
That's what I'm trying to do. The more good weed out there, the more good weed for our patients.
And if you're spreading it around like this, that means more is coming.
When
Whether
I
it's
can-
from you or someone else, you know?
When I can, it goes out to a lot of people. So I mean, there's be a lot of people happy that there's some good stuff going out there. And I've been given crappy cuts before, and I've always tried to tell myself now I don't want to ever do that. Mm-hmm. I want to kind of keep the quality in St. Louis going and
Give it a bad name or anything like that.
yeah,
What did you have what this one was testing at? I know you said the other one was 30.
it's 28%.
28? Oh, so you're
it's yeah.
it's right there. I mean,
It's
shit,
right
we'll
there.
round it up. No, it's 28%. That's another high one. Usually I'm a like usually personally, bro, I don't like too high of a THC percent. I like the lower, like maybe just 16 to 20s. You know what I'm saying? But you get something like this, whoo, boy. And it doesn't taste like a dispensary 30% or 28%. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you were to get something this potent from a dispensary, it wouldn't even taste like it. It just tastes harsh and like keefy, and like this actually has some flavor behind it, and it's testing that high.
Yes.
I mean, craft cannabis, the growers through the underground are definitely always going to have better taste than weed in dispensaries. Mm-hmm. It's just because we put more care in the drying process. It ain't shipped over, a long period of time, stored in bins, waiting to be tested. It's, fresh cannabis out of the grow rooms is the most potent,
Mm-hmm.
and these dispensaries can't get this kind of level.
No, they can't.
So
And they could if they could, but they choose not to with the legality of
it's
how
a
everything's
business.
set up.
It's a hustle. They gotta
is.
run their products. There's people that need it, and
So when did you get your med card originally?
right when they open it up.
Nice, good for you, dude.
I
You
was,
said
I was right on top of it. I wanted to continue doing this, and wanted to be legal.
we got a phone going off here on the Two Terps studio. There we go. But dude, I feel that. That's awesome, bro. And so I see there was one more palm here. What was that?
That was called unicorn breath.
Unicorn and breath.
Yeah.
And that was a cross of unicorn poop and
cross with platinum Kush breath.
Did you have any more of the flower left?
Of this? No.
Okay. So then we'll just go off of what we
oh yeah, no nug display for that one, but
Yeah, we already pre-rolled, so we're gonna have to forego all that. So we're just gonna go simply with the taste, and then we'll go with the smooth / harshness on the unicorn poop.
let's do it, man.
All right, my bad, y'all.
Let her rip, boys. Third time's the charm, man. Yeah, I was gonna say it's getting a little
Hey man,
heavy in this bitch. I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, this is a fire episode, y'all.
This is too turd,
Yeah.
baby. Let's go.
I'm faded.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That second one just
You
did
don't
it.
need much of that.
Especially when if it's testing that high. Jeez. That first new school fusion high was fantastic.
You said this one was harvesting, right?
That one is only a week dried,
Got you.
Oh, got you.
so it's really fresh. Maybe 10 days now. But yeah, 10 days or so dry.
Now, how do you dry your plants? Do you just hang them? Do you
After
fan dry them? Or?
After I trim my plants, or after I cut my plants off, I take the large fan leaves off and I hang dry them for 7 to 10 days.
Beautiful.
And I try to keep the humidity around 60 to 50 to 60%, 50%, and I don't let the temperature get above 70
Okay.
because you don't want to dry too fast. It's a slow drying process.
Okay. Now, what's the difference between the slow dry and fast dry?
You dry fast, you can smell like hay.
Yeah.
You get the hay, you smell that hay weed.
Yes.
It's because you're not letting all the chlorophyll and all the nitrogen out of the plant. So it's drying. It's just locking all that chlorophyll in when it's drying because it's drying so fast. So you want to dry slow and steady.
Is the hay weed bad to smoke?
Not bad to smoke. It's gonna be harsh. It's just gonna you're gonna lose a lot of terpenes.
Okay.
You ain't gonna have no terps.
I've heard about this. And then so do you practice burping during the curing process?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. I remember Elite was talking about that. Make sure you always burp.
Nice.
If you got a good dry, you don't got to burp that much. So the main thing is that main dry, usually 7 to 10 days.
I got you.
And when you can snap your stem, and I recommend you want to not wet trim. You want to trim your plants off after they dry.
Okay.
If you trim when it's wet, you're cutting a lot of terps away, and it dry a little faster, and you'll get better quality if you just dry trim it. So let your plants dry out first, and then trim them up. Don't be in a hurry. It sucks sometimes because we all been there. Want to get that harvest done right away.
A lot of people are like that.
And you gotta be patient and not rush it. That's a key too. And it took me some time to learn that. I was rushing it. I did the mistakes.
Live and learn.
You ain't gonna learn unless you've done it.
Yep. Learn by mistakes, like you just said. Dude, that. All right, so it tastes great, but it's not like the other two.
No.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Those other two are really something special. That one tastes great. There's nothing wrong with it, but those other two are.
Yeah. I would give this I give it a 4 on the smooth side. Mm-hmm. Going a little bit more towards a little bit more harsh.
It is a little more harsher too. I noticed that. Yeah, on the harshness, smooth. I'm gonna give it 3.75.
She'll get a little better as she dries a little more.
Yeah, and like you said, that's probably exactly why then. Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
But this is my new daytime smoke. Like, hey,
nice.
let's just puff it up during the day. It's not too heavy.
Yeah.
Just a good hybrid.
Don't taste, bad. It don't have nothing real special though in it.
Nah, it is a good high though.
Yeah, it's good high.
Good eye, and it tastes like good bud, but compared to those like exotics,
Yeah.
So I didn't keep this plant.
you did not.
Did not. So that didn't make the cut. So
Do you let someone else get it though?
yeah, I do have someone else that has it.
Good.
And I am going to seed with it, so I am have some of the genetics around, but
White ash. Yeah.
flush properly.
Plant.
That's the main thing too. Flush your plants.
I'm gonna give that one a 4 overall.
Yeah, on the taste, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 overall as well.
I appreciate you guys reviewing this stuff.
Oh, no problem. We appreciate you bringing it in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we got all 3 reviews in.
Our
I'm
first,
pretty faded right now, so I hear you.
hey,
I
our
was
first award-winning grower, y'all. Shouts out,
Get
y'all.
another. This has been awesome, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you having me out here, man. It's been a good time.
All right. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. This has been another episode of Two Terp. This your boy Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You Knew What It Was when you signed up. You can follow me at Donovan2408 on all social media platforms. Also, go ahead and listen to Triple Dub, too.
Cool. You can plug your stuff, my brother?
Hey, go check me out on Hypogrow1, HYPOGROW1 on Instagram. Request to follow me, I'll confirm you, if you like my stuff, check it out, and we'll have some feminized seeds hopefully by into summer. Some new school fusions. That's the plan.
Oh, nice. You gonna be selling some?
Prayers. Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll be putting out that line. So what's it got to do to seeds work? Then we'll have to test them.
Hey, it's definitely gonna be your money's worth for sure.
It's gonna take some while to get all that done, but we're gonna do it the right way. I don't want to put out bunk seeds or anybody. So, and just follow me out, and I appreciate everybody's support in St. Louis. The crew, everyone knows who you are. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys having me out here.
Sure,
Nice
appreciate
Yeah,
it, bro.
it's much love, man. Thanks for coming out here. You've been doing a lot of stuff for the community,
most
man.
definitely.
So thanks for coming on. And it's your boy Ryan Fargo. Check out Flucker Threads at www.flucker.com, FLUCK3R.com. A lot of new merch coming. This is the collab tee with the boy Hustle Campaign. Be online soon. Got a lot more coming, guys. Two Terped.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Hey.
I'm high as a bitch.
For sure.
It's two.
Terp.